Hello viewers, welcome to Life Peak TV. This is the Leading Voices show with me, Marcia Tiang. And today we are here just to do a recap of what happened. What happened on 12th of December. That's the Jamhuri celebration. And today with me I have my guest. Just introduce yourself before we start.
Okay. I'm Odhiambo Oscar, and I'm so privileged to be here. Thank you.
Welcome so much. And as I told you, we are doing the recap of what happened in the Jamhuri celebration, whereby we saw many Kenyans really turn up to celebrate the Jamhuri, the 61 years, celebrating the independence.
Yeah.
Maybe just to kick us off, do you feel we are indeed free, we are independent on our own, or there are still aspects of neocolonialism affecting us?
Okay. Thank you. Matters independence is something that our forefathers, more so Africa at large, fought, uh, fought day in, day out, until now. The now, as we are living now, at least we can feel that at least we are doing things on our own. Yes, we can say that there is that a sense of neocolonialism that is coming up, but by far chance, at least I can testify that we are doing things on ourselves. If maybe looking at leadership table at large, you can see that we are largely being led by our own Africans.
Our own Africans.
Yeah.
So independence in Africa, it's being led by your own. Huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much. Maybe just a brief recap of what happened in Jamhuri. What was your take?
Okay. The Jamhuri Day was celebrated in Uhuru Gardens, and this one is this day is a very useful and very important day to us Kenyans, because it's the day that we remember, how or being vested that power now to run the things on our own. So to me, it was a good day, but it was the day that was not celebrated only at the Uhuru Gardens, but in major parts of the country. This day was celebrated, though there was more chaos, more disruptions here and there, like in Nyandarua County, where the president's speech was not delivered as maybe intended, because the publics were shouting, they were shouting, and it hindered the president's speech to be delivered properly.
Oh.
Yeah.
But after that, the president delivered his speech, and as like the disruptions were there, that means some of the Kenyans, their ideas, their desires were not met on that particular day.
Yeah.
And of course, so many things happened.
Yeah.
Even in the Uhuru Gardens, there was tight security because of those disruptions that were affecting the celebration.
Yeah.
Maybe do you feel like after delivering the speech, so many Kenyans gave their views. There was employment. President William Ruto promising Kenyans, this is the time we're going to take you out, bring you employment in and out of this country. Do you feel like it is a promise as usual, or it is now the action part of it?
With as in Kenyans are now being used to these president's promises as just being useless or something that is not being taken to action. That is why, in most cases, there is obvious disruptions. They don't want to hear anything, any promises from our president, because he is not the first time he's saying he's promising. It's not the first time he's appearing before public and promising the whole world to to the Kenyans. So to me, maybe, but there is a small chance for it to be taken to action. But to me, it's just an obvious promise. The promise that is, the promises will not be maybe kept or so, because if you see the leadership terms are also being numbered. Yeah, yeah. The leadership terms are also coming to an end. So, keeping promises, but actions are not being met. You are hurting some people. Some people are being backed up as a liar by the people that you present. So that is why, in most cases, wherever our president goes, wherever he says, whatever he presents, whatever he does in his speech, he appears before public. The publics are tired of his empty promises, promises that are, not kept.
So to you, you believe like President William Ruto is doing mere promises, no
Yeah.
action.
Yeah.
But on that very speech, he said that the deputy president, that is Kindiki, he flagged out 300,000 Kenyans to go and work abroad. Yeah, that's the action he did to Kenyans. Do you feel, for you feel Kenyans should not believe anything that the president says?
Yeah, we have to believe. We have to believe. But the first thing, before our president maybe assumed the office, he had, full bucket of promises. The promises were full in the bucket. So, but promising you after 100 days, this will have been done, this will have been maybe taken into practice. Apple, that from that day is the things started to go wrong from that day. So coming now, maybe giving promises and maybe fulfilling them is automatically, to some people, it's just young, as in naweza sema ni kujitakasa tu. Yeah, our president is now trying to kujitakasa. So he's now trying to create that image of maybe not being termed as a liar. Yeah, but promises, yes. Kenya is also a large country. So, and we have millions of people living in this land. So, some promises yet, yes, are being kept, are being fulfilled. But bigger promises or bigger ones, the bigger ones are the promises that Kenyans we want to see, we want to feel they are being now fulfilled.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so maybe let's, out of the employment sector, let us come to the health sector. President William Ruto thought that all parents, by January, all parents should be registered with their children to this Taifa Care. Yeah. That one will help the common man even to go to the hospital. If you don't have money, you can be treated barely with nothing. You will just go there, be treated, and you're okay. As long as you're registered to Taifa Care. All students, all parents, everybody in Kenya should be registered. Do you feel it is a good idea?
Yeah, to me it's a good idea, but what is good to me, maybe to a Kenyan outside there, is maybe not good or not maybe haimfai kabisa. But to me, it's a good project, it's a good idea to Kenyans, because a disease or falling sick, you can't plan for it. So it is better if maybe you prepare for it, you prepare for it in advance, because maybe if one or on the morning or on the coming day you fall sick, at least you have somewhere to go, you have at least to be taken to treatments, because you have been, at least maybe you have prepared in advance. So to me it's a good idea, but there is a question that is ringing back to my mind, that if we have been living with the NHIF for such a long time, so what made this government to transition from SHA, to NHIF to SHA? Now I'm hearing another term, Taifa Kenya. So I know the evils that were being experienced in NHIF are still being taken, will still be practiced in Taifa Care. So as in Kenyans, yes, let's be registered, but let's not expect anything new. Yeah.
There is nothing, you just
Nothing
register.
new. Register for our own benefits. Yes, but there is nothing new to expect from it
Have you
because
registered as a person?
yeah, yeah, I've already registered. Yeah, because it's a command coming from the above.
You follow
So
things from the
yeah,
above.
I must register because I'm also Kenyan and I'm also a patriotic Kenyan.
Wow.
Yeah.
And maybe just as we go, we continue. We saw like the president was like, I'm the listening president and I'm welcoming criticism from Kenyans. Yeah.
Yeah.
He turned, like most Kenyans have turned his promises, just the way you say that, as false. And from him, he told Kenyans that everything he said is true. Yeah. If he says there is food security, he said it is true and it is a fact. Like he promised Kenyans to engage in matters of fact, you see.
Yeah.
And he said, like, most of Kenyans, basically in the 2 years and a half he's been in office, a lot of criticism has been there. And he's telling Kenyans to avoid that and it will affect the Kenyan economy and we will be negatively driving our economy and the government at large. Do you feel like we should stop criticizing this government, maybe, or do something new from what Kenyans have did?
Okay, sincerely speaking, this is the government that has faced most of the critics. This is the government that, you wake up in a certain morning, you find this, you find the government is being criticized of maybe doing this. This is the government that has faced more critics, if I can say. So, critics are coming whereby the president maybe is is maybe giving some things, but he's not able to fulfill them. That is where now critics comes on. He's just being reminded that yes, Bana President, yes, our president, you promised us this one. You promised us SGR. You promised us big more developed roads, but if we go back to the ground, if we go back to the maybe to the villages, to the towns outside there, those roads are maybe haziko pale. So critics zinatokea tu to just alert or to just make him recall that yes, you promised this one thing, but you didn't deliver as you promised. Then the government is also as in not being in its not performing as maybe it is required by the law. You find some at times that they are acting besides the law. They are acting, they are not defending the law. They are not defending the constitution. They are getting out of the constitution.
They are working above the
So
law.
yeah, that is why you see some maybe clergy are coming out to maybe shed light where necessary to the government to alert them. Yes, you are the government. You are the commander in chief. But see what you are doing. It's not maybe pleasing the public. It's not pleasing the Kenyans at large. So critics are there, but they are so useful. They make the government to recall. They make the government to be on its feet. They make the government to act to act as it is required by the law and the constitution of our beloved country, Kenya.
Wow. And so maybe on that note, we've had so many critics to the current government. Do you feel like this president, the current President Ruto, is a listening president? Has he taken any action against maybe the critics, maybe working on them, those things that you've been told?
Yeah, by far chance, at least some critics have been taken to action. You see, like the past the Gen Z's protest, they were protesting against maybe his cabinet. Yes, our president came out and he made a change in the cabinet. There are some more things that our president has has already fulfilled. I can attest that he's by far chance, he's a listening president. Yeah, because some critics, yes, are being given, and he comes out as a president and says that I have heard you complaining much on this, but as a president, as your representative, I have came out and I will be doing this from today. I will be changing my cabinet. I will be maybe reorganizing some things in my government to ensure that service is delivered as required. No maybe any altercation that can be paved in my government. So he is coming out and maybe coming out, listening to the public and maybe acting the way they prompting him to maybe act.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a very good insight. Maybe just parting Jones, yeah, your conclusion. What can you tell Kenyans out there regarding the president's promises and maybe the plans he has for Kenya? Do you feel like we should be focusing more on the action part of it, or just ignore what everything we've been promised and wait for the 2027 election, elect new leaders, and go where we need?
Okay, we are human beings. Our president is a human being as we are. So let's not dwell much on maybe the immoral part or the bad things that we are seeing in the government. Also, let's give even a twinkle to the things to the good things that our president is trying to maybe to make to us Kenyans. Let's not dwell so much on the things that maybe are past. Let's aim or maybe eye our eyes on to the things that are coming up or our president is aiming to do to us. Let's not maybe waste so much time putting our president into line. Yeah, because you know we are tunapitiliza, we are Kenyans, we are acting so much, we are pressuring so much. When you go to nini mitandao, yani critics are so much, ukiamka the names so as Kenyans, I'm requesting that let's maybe give the president enough time. Yes, I can testify that he is acting, he's listening. So, as in, let's criticize him, but tusipitilize. Let's have that limit, and we will see that our nation, our Kenya, is becoming that maybe promising land. Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much. That has been our guest, Oscar Odhiambo. And as you have heard him, he is asking for patience. Let us be patient with our government. Let us be patient with our president. And from us here, we just like to thank you for being part of Life Big TV. Continue commenting, sharing, continue giving us your feedback, and we are here to give you more and more. From here, we don't have more. Just say goodbye to you. Till next time.